Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy Jamong here, back again with another video. And today we're going over my favorite sneaker of all time. Alright, so normally I usually have the box come in the mail and then I unbox it with you guys, show my reaction. But this time around I did buy the sneakers from a seller from a Facebook group, and I just wanted to make sure that these were legit, that the guy didn't like mail me rocks or something like that. So I did have to unbox it on my own, but it's okay because this is not a shoe that I haven't seen before. Alright, so we do have the box right here, and obviously it's very small, meaning that it's not for me, it's for Jasmine. And as you guys are familiar with this by now, this is a black and red box, meaning that it is a Jordan 1. So let's get the box open. Cannot wait to show you guys in 3, 2, 1. Sheesh! Yes, sir! Now I've already shown Jasmine. She already knows that I bought these for her. They're all laced up already because she tried them on. But I just had to do a quick review on them before she keeps them for good. But as you guys can see, we do have the Jordan 1 origin stories. So if you have been a supporter of the channel for a long time, or if you've known me personally, you know that the Spider-Man Jordan 1s are my favorite sneaker of all time. I've said it time and time again just because I love Jordans, I love Spider-Man, and when they put this into a sneaker, I absolutely fell in love with them. Let's actually take my pair out right now. I mean, this is my favorite sneaker. I've owned them for about 5 years, which has been a long time. These came out in 2019 and I got them. I paid resale for them, but I did not pay retail. And I got them for significantly less than what they're going for now. So that's a really good thing. I'm happy that the prices on these have increased, but I already have my pair to wear. And you already know that I had to buy Jasmine a pair to match with me. Now I was gonna wait a while before I bought these for her, just because I've been buying her a lot lately. But basically I saw these listed on my Facebook group and these were going for a really good price. Also, her size is also really hard to come across, so I had to pick them up just because I never knew when the next opportunity was going to come up. I don't know if you guys can see all that well, but do you see the size difference? Isn't this crazy? I mean, you're literally dealing with a 10 in men's and then a 4Y. But I just love the Spider-Man Jordan 1s also because they are a red sneaker. Now, red is my favorite color, so this sneaker has literally everything that I love packed into one sneaker. You cannot get a shoe better than that. I know that this is not the Jordan 1 Chicago. A lot of people like those better just because they are a classic. They're the OGs. But for the fact that they made this into a Spider-Man inspired shoe makes me love the shoe even more. And upon gifting these to Jasmine, I actually realized that I've never done a review on my own pair just because at that time I wasn't exactly making YouTube videos. So I'm glad that I get a second chance to do this whole review. I know this is an older shoe, but I'm glad that I get to talk about it, so let's go. Alright, so starting with the upper, we do have a white tumbled leather upper followed by a red overlay around the mudguard. Again, this sneaker is inspired by the Jordan 1 Chicago that was featured in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now that movie came out in 2019 and Miles Morales was wearing the 2013 pair of the Chicagos. So this shoe basically follows the entire comic book theme of the movie, which is super nice. And then as we move up to the laces, we do have black laces, which are classic for the Jordan 1 Chicagos. Now they do provide an alternative pair of laces, which is in red. You know, when I got my pair, I wasn't feeling the black laces all too much, so I did buy a pair of white laces and I put them in instead. I mean, you can go either way, they look good, but I just always like having white laces when it comes to Jordan 1s. And then on the alternate side, I actually put in the red laces. Now the red laces are actually really cool because on their aglets, they do have a tint of blue, which obviously is Spider-Man's color scheming. And then if you choose to put in the black laces, they do have a red tip as well. Continuing into the tongue, we do have a mesh tongue, and going up to the top of the tongue, we do have a tongue tab with the Nike Air. Now I love this tongue tab because it is in blue with red lettering, and again, that is very inspired by Spider-Man's color scheming. Now as we move to the side profile of the sneaker, we'll start to notice little white spots running throughout, out. Now, comic book artists basically made their work with this kind of patterning with the white little circles, and it's just something that's so traditional and so nostalgic about the comic book era. Now, I personally did not grow up reading comic books, but I think that this is still cool nonetheless. Now, as we transition over to the middle of the side profile, we do have a black swoosh. Now, there's nothing too special about that. That's pretty much the only thing that actually stays accurately to the Jordan 1 Chicago. And as we go to the back of the sneaker, we do have more of that white circle pattern again. I think I love this because it's so subtle. You know, it's not loud where it stands out. Now, in order to see this, you actually have to look really closely at the sneaker. So if you're walking about wearing the shoes, not a lot of people are gonna see these little circles on your feet. But if you kind of stand next to the light and you take a good look at them, that's when they kind of appear. I love how subtle that is, and yeah, it's just a great touch to the sneaker. And as we move into the insole of the sneaker, we do have a blue insole followed by the Nike Air in red. I think this is consistent to the whole Spider-Man theme. And then finally, the thing I love most about the sneaker that makes it so clean is that icy outsole. So yes, this sneaker does have a translucent outsole, which is supposed to be in this really clear blue color. Now, for those of you guys who don't know how icy outsoles work, basically they look really good at first. However, when they're exposed to dirt and air, they begin to oxidize and then they grow yellow over time. When I had my pair, I was really happy with how clean and icy they looked. Now, I actually did put sole protectors on them, so there's a little plastic sleeve on them. I think that helps prevent the yellowing of the outsole, but you can still see there's definitely a lot of oxidization there. And given that this is a 5-year-old sneaker, it's as expected that they're not going to be as icy as you would expect. Now, they're not yellow, but they're obviously not as icy as they were when they first released. But I'm honestly kind of impressed by the condition of these. I know when it comes to icy soles and resellers choosing to let their sneakers sit in the box for a long time, that pretty much makes the shoe all yellow and disgusting. However, I could tell that this sneaker was taken good care of, so really happy about that. But I'm telling you guys, unboxing this sneaker for the first time just made me so nostalgic of when I unboxed my pair, just because I was so happy. That was back when I really wasn't all much of a sneakerhead just yet. I mean, I love sneakers, but I wasn't buying as much. This was a sneaker that I knew I had to get, and when I see a clean pair of this, I absolutely geeked out, just because, you know, I love a good pair of Spider-Man Jordan 1s. Definitely, if this pair ever wears down, it's too dirty, it's too beat up, I'm buying another one because this is my favorite sneaker of all time. We all have that sneaker that we really cannot live without, and this one is mine. So there we have it, the Spider-Man origin story Jordan 1s. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps it up for my video. I hope I can get some on feet footage of me and Jasmine wearing both of our pairs and twinning, just because it's an amazing sneaker. It's gonna look so good. And if you guys liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys want to hear more from me, smash the subscribe button because more will be on the way. I want to be honest with you guys, I feel like this is gonna be the last sneaker I get for Jasmine in a while. Not saying ever, but I've definitely bought her a lot over the last year, so I definitely gotta chill out with that. Again, these are my favorite sneaker of all time, these Spider-Man Jordan 1s, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!